So I got a taping job to do in my house. They didn't use any tape on any of the butt joints, so it's hairline cracks everywhere on a painted surface. I wanted to know what typical or common mud out there is better for taping. I always used the all-purpose. That was the only one I knew, that green one. But apparently +3 is the latest and greatest. Easy sand I use when I want to get more than one coat on. But there's a lot of choices out there, and USG sells most of them at Lowe's and Home Depot or the big box stores. And they say they're good for anything. Each one, if you read them, says it's good for taping, finishing, taping, finishing, taping, finishing. So this is more of a test to see what the adhesive properties are of some of these common ones that are available for me at least, and I assume most people. There's plenty of resources out there on YouTube. Vancouver Carpenter is great. That Kilted guy, actually this is inspired by him. The ones that he used I didn't have available to me, or he used dry mix. These are all pre-mixed except for the easy sand obviously, so maybe a little bit more apples to apples. And this is again taping only, so adhesive for taping only. This is not finish coat. How easy is it to sand? How easy is it to apply? All I care about is covering up the hairline cracks, and then I'll use whatever I normally use on top of that. So we'll go ahead and pull these off and see how well they stick. So again, there's no thinning done to any of these. They're all pre-mixed, so hopefully the batches are consistent for others. It does say that thinning can improve the adhesion or characteristics of the mud. You'll see that there's 2 pieces of tape for each. One puts the tape on dry, the other is put on where you pre-wet the tape. It was quote-unquote trick from somebody who's done a lot of it. This is what they do. I will say it went on smoother, but I guess the thought is that if the tape is wet, whatever it dried, the mud underneath before you pre-apply your tape, the wet tape will help to resaturate it and improve the adhesion or application. So we'll try the dry tape first on the all-purpose. Definitely pulled some of the paper off, some paper fibers underneath. The wet, not nearly as good actually. I mean, it did stick, but I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, it actually pulled off paper from the dry application. So here's the +3, this is supposed to be the latest and greatest. Not mid-weight, not heavyweight, not ultra-weight, not lightweight, just +3. I'll say that's better than the all-purpose, far better actually. And that's the dry. Again, the wet didn't apply as well. You're gonna actually see bubbles underneath of it. Didn't even pull any paper off. Easy Sand 90, I'm hopeful for this one because you can apply more than one coat consecutively, but no. The wet actually applied a little bit better in this case for the Easy Sand 90. I'm going with this one for taping now. Hope that helped.